Hello guys, welcome back to YAPC channel, and today we are going to talk about gravity. Gravity is taken from a Latin word of gravitas, which means weight. Isaac Newton found that the strength of the force bringing two things together is equal to the product of their masses divided by the distance between their centers of mass squared times big G, the gravitational constant. If you make one of two objects more massive or move them closer together, the force will be stronger, and this force of interaction is what we call weight. So everything in the universe which has mass can generate the force of gravity. Even these two baseballs are attracted together by their own force of gravity. If you put two baseballs 1 meter apart in the middle of empty space where no other forces could act on them, they would fall together and collide. Although it would take 3 days to happen, but it would. But the main question is there really gravity in space? In 1998, the first components of ISS was launched into orbit. This artificial satellite travels in a mind-blowing speed of 7.6 kilometers in each single second, and circles around the Earth in 92 minutes, and the astronauts inside it can see sunrise and sunset 16 times in a single day. They also can't feel any kind of force of gravity on them, but does it really mean that there is no gravity at all? The International Space Station is just 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The gravity is only 10% less than it is in here. Although it is so much close to Earth, the astronauts inside it can't feel gravity. Moon is 384,400 kilometers away from us. We can fit the entire planets of solar system in between these distance. But it is still under gravity of Earth, so why the astronauts are weightless? Before we get to that, we have to know what is an orbit. Newton corroborated this notion with a thought experiment. When a cannon fires a cannonball, the ball eventually hits the ground. If another cannonball is fired with a greater force, it will go a little further before hitting the ground. If a cannonball could be fired with an incredibly immense force, it could produce a speed so much great that the ball would never hit the ground, since it would fall at the same rate that the Earth's curvature is produced. It would thus always be falling towards the Earth but never hitting it. Such an object would be said to be in an orbit around the Earth. Of course, no cannon can do this, but we have finally achieved this feat with all our satellites on space stations. ISS is also in an orbit. Weightless astronauts in zero gravity are neither weightless nor in zero gravity, but their weight force fails to bring them and Earth together because they are moved horizontally so quickly that they fall just as fast as Earth's surface curves away from them. And even though they are experiencing 90% of the gravity you and I are feeling right now, there are no forces called G-forces to resist their weight, since everything around them is falling too. So this is why they look weightless. And at the end, I gotta tell you that gravity exists everywhere. Doesn't matter you're inside this planet or you're outside in space. Wherever you are in this universe, there is always a force pulling you somewhere, and some places it might be so much weak, but it always exists and you can never escape it. This episode of YAPC channel was supported by Mazar Mobile. If you live in Mazar, then you gotta go and check out Mazar Mobile, because this company always offers you the best. You can find any kinds of smartphones, brands and models like iPhone, Samsung, Huawei and other popular phones. You can also buy digital cameras, so if you're looking for a trusted phone, then Mazar Mobile is the best choice for you. If you have more questions, you can ask me in the comment section. I will answer them as soon as I can. And until next video, goodbye.